You're listening to Daventry Radio.
13 Media Arts Limited is a company based on the Royal Oak Estate in Daventry. It specialises in video and audio production. The company was on a hiatus for a while, but it is now officially back and up and running. It is run by two directors, Darren Dale and Kevin Lee Robinson. The latter has written an audio play called Treeline, which I will be playing the first part of in a moment. But first, I have to warn you that this play contains some mild language and themes which some listeners may find disturbing.
13 Media Arts presents Treeline by Kevin Lee Robinson.
Oh, what the... Get off my foot! Bloody bed. Right. I mean it this time. If you throw me out in the middle of the night and trap my foot again, I am going to start sleeping on the floor. That said, well done again there, bed, for keeping me on my toes. You would think that the solitude here would affect a person, but fortunately I have you, Mr. Crappy Fold-Up Bed, to keep me company. No, no, really, Bed, I appreciate your efforts. If it wasn't for our late-night conversations, I think I would have gone mad up here. I mean, okay, sometimes we get carried away and end up talking into the wee small hours, but hey, what the hell? We have nothing else to do, so who's watching the clock anyway? Certainly not me. Because frankly, I enjoy our intellectual sparring. Okay, there are some who would say, Dom, if they knew me well, Dom, they would say, why are you wasting your time talking to a bed in the Arctic Circle? I mean, what do you get out of it? And to those doubting Thomas types, I would say, nothing! I wouldn't say anything because I would be too busy talking to a bed like a raving lunatic. Oh! Top work, Dom. Kicking the bed probably wasn't the best move there. Now I have a suspected broken foot as well. Hello, Mr. Broken Foot. And how are... Yeah. I really do need to stop talking to a bed and bits of my own body. Just a bit old, really. Recorder. Where's the bloody voice recorder? Ah, there you are. Okay. Diary of Dominic Wells. Message for Mina Sutton. First off, I miss you. More than you know, I miss you. Anyway, the date is the middle of January-ish. I'm not altogether sure when, so call it the day after my last recording. Although, in fairness, I'm not sure that I could remember the date yesterday either. So just work back to the last actual date and start from there. Did I say that yesterday? I may have done. You see, Mr. Diary, the problem is that when you are stuck in a hut in a part of the world that has months on end of virtual night for a big part of the year, time sort of slips away from you. Everything is sort of repeated. No landmarks, you see. It's a bit like being out on the ice. There are no reference points. Trees in the snow all look the same, and after a few steps into the forest, you sort of lose track. Start to wander in circles. That's why we need to leave flares as markers if we go out. Not that we have any flares left. Not that there is a we anymore. Just me. I say when we go out, but out is a bit of a puzzle. By which, I mean, my love, I'm not altogether sure where out actually is. Arctic Circle, almost certainly, but where? Not too far north because of the trees. Somewhere within the northern tree line then. But as to where the trees actually are, which bit of ground they're growing in, not much of an idea. Norway? Possibly? Maybe Iceland or Greenland? Do they have forests in Greenland? It's called Greenland, so probably there is something green there. Or was that a story made up to get people to move there? You know, I seem to remember it probably was. Made up by the, Vikings, perhaps, or the, yeah. Well, I have no idea. Probably doesn't matter. So I'm assuming at this point that you'll be listening to this after they have found my poor dead remains. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to die out here, alone. There's irony for you. 2 of us survive a plane crash, struggle through the woods, find this hut, and then Johnny just goes out one night and doesn't come back. Now I'm too scared to risk a walk because I've no idea how far it is to civilization. And anyway, He was ill, you see. Infection of some sort, I think. I had no way of treating him, even if I knew how. He just wandered out into the night, delirious, probably. I found the door open and he was gone. Nearly bloody killed me as well from the cold. Anyway, if there's a rescue party looking for any survivors, and assuming they didn't give up weeks ago, to those brave souls, those intrepid few searching for us, I say, get a bloody move on. That said, for the moment I'm pretty well off, considering. There's electricity, intermittent, but good enough, from the generator outside, and there's food. No vegetables, though, for some reason. Just meat in a freezer. Yeah, I know. Who drags a freezer to the Arctic, right? Makes no sense to me either. But whoever did it saved my life. Anyway, the freezer is full of meat, so I'm getting by okay. Steak and chicken for breakfast. Tomorrow, I think. With pork for lunch, followed by steak and pork and chicken for dinner. I'd kill for a bowl of veg soup. So food, not exactly an issue, but vitamins are a bit scarce, so scurvy is an exciting option for me if things get a bit dull at some point. What are the symptoms of scurvy anyway? Cough? Fever? Purple skin? A sudden relocation to Belgium? Frothing at the ears? Symptoms of scurvy. Something else I don't know. I'll add it to the... No. One night. Just give me one night, please. One night without the banging and scratching out there. One night, please. Stop. It'll be back then. I probably should explain. That scratching you just heard was... Okay. Look. I know how this is going to sound, but that noise... is Johnny. Or more like what used to be Johnny. After he died, he sort of came back. He keeps coming back. Every night. Scratching and scrambling around the hut. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's probably an animal, but it isn't. It isn't. I know, because I've seen him. The first time he came, I opened the door, thought it would be him, that he'd survived somehow, and it was him, but he hadn't... He was... It was a shadow of him, standing there, outside, in the snow. See? He's back. He does that. He goes away and comes back. God knows what he does. What does he do out there? Why does he... He comes back. Johnny! Go away, please! What do you want? To come in out of the cold? What? Night after night, scratching away. You walked out into the snow, Johnny. I looked for you. I tried, but then... Then I needed to survive. I couldn't survive in the cold. I didn't want to die. Is that what you want? Is it? For me to join you out there? Not happening. I am going to stay alive. Stop tormenting me! I am going to survive. Door. Is it the door? He never tries the door. Did I lock it? Is it bolted? Bloody hell and damnation, I forgot. Oh, sod in bed again. Johnny, please, leave me alone.
Ooh, chilling stuff. The second part of that audio play will be played on the next podcast in 2 weeks' time.